Texas Pro. My thing is he's got a lot to prove in what his physique looks like at 290 plus pounds on stage when he was 270 something on stage last year, which is insane to think about. So I'm seeing some warning signs here. That's not the terminology you want to be putting out there days before the show. That photos that were sent to Chris Aceto, he was saying it looks off. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Muscle Discord. And I wanted to jump on here quick and talk about this video that was just posted on Andrew Jack's YouTube channel. This was him 4 days out from the 2024 Texas Pro. Now we are 1 day out from the Texas Pro. It's Friday, August 9th. And this video was just posted a few hours ago. And when I was watching it, I noticed something that was concerning to me about what Chris Cycle Lewis said about the photos that were sent to Chris Aceto, Andrew's nutrition coach. And he said that Chris Aceto said the photos were off. They were a little off. And to me, as a coach, if you say something like that, that's not good 4 days out from a show. And let's just kind of put it in perspective here. When you take photos, regardless, they're you know, they should be an expert at it by this point. I'm assuming the photos were taken in decent lighting, right? It's not like it was a dim room or something. You couldn't see him. It was hard to see him, right? So let me just say, if you're in shape, good lighting or bad lighting, you know that guy's in shape. There should be nothing off about the photos. So let's review what he said, and then we'll we'll touch base back on it here, guys, in a second. Let me just play this for you.
Except today, took pictures, sent them to Aceto last night. Pictures were a little off because we've been taking pictures in a different setting. And yes, at this level, the small, minute things, they definitely matter. So I had to transcribe what I saw to Aceto. So we're going to try to find a different place to take pictures, send them over to him, and we're going to get a little pump in the chest, a little pump in the tricep, and then take a look at him. So he should look very.
So does that make sense to you guys? Are you falling for that? That because we took photos in a different setting, that he looks off, and so I had to transcribe to Aceto how he looks, and we're going to train chest and tricep and he'll look better. To me, there's a warning sign. That's a red flag that maybe Andrew, now he weighed in yesterday at 299 pounds. And I think he said on RX last night, we did an interview, that last year he was in the 270s. So he put on what, 15 plus pounds of pure muscle in a year? That's insane. I don't think I've ever seen a bodybuilder do that. So if that is the case, and he put on that much muscle, which he must have, he's 299 on the stage, right? The Thursday before the show. Damn, that's pretty good. Congratulations to Andrew Jack and to the whole team, Aceto and Chris Cycle Lewis. If that's what they were able to accomplish, that's awesome. I'm excited for Andrew Jack. I cannot wait to see what he looks like on stage Saturday morning, prejudging. But maybe he got too heavy. Maybe all that muscle he put on, they haven't been able to refine it down now, right? You lose some of the separation. You lose some of the sharpness to the muscle because you put so much tissue on. And so to me, I'm kind of conflicted. Like, it looks like Andrew's face is tight, and you got the death face, so he looks like he's. And then he did that thing where he's coming out the cryo whatever thing where there's steam coming out of it. Forgetting the name of that right now, but he looked really dry to the bone there. I'm like, okay, man, maybe this is gonna be his all-time best look. Definitely, he's gonna win the Texas Pro. I'm not concerned about him not winning the Texas Pro. My thing is he's got a lot to prove in what his physique looks like at 290 plus pounds on stage when he was 270 something on stage last year, which is insane to think about. So I'm seeing some warning signs here. That's not the terminology you want to be putting out there days before the show. That photos that were sent to Chris Aceto, he was saying it looks off. So let's go. There's another point I want to make here too about the relationship between Chris Cycle Lewis and Andrew Jack that myself has noticed and others as well. So let's just go into that and we'll come back on after that. Let me just find that section here. All right about there.
People, sometimes I read the comments, they say, I've never seen you talking to Andrew. We don't talk. We probably said, since the years we've been working together, we probably said 100 words to each other. Even my assistant actually communicates with him, even to the ride over here. It was said he'll meet you out front, because I believe in preserving and sanctity of relationship. And I don't want Andrew to think when he comes to Camp Psycho, oh, it's like a vacation or it's time to work. And you don't really joke around with your football coach or your basketball coach or even your math teachers. It's all about the work and it's all about the business here. So that's why we keep it just like that. So this is what you see in the video is not for show. This is the way we are.
Yeah. So, and he even mentions, like, some people find it a little odd that I don't talk to Andrew Jack. I'm not friends with him. And maybe that's another missing link in this whole dynamic and why we haven't seen Andrew peak better for these shows. Because Andrew's in Chris Psycho Lewis's hands the last week before the show. And that's where your body can either make it or break it. You can look good leading into a show 3-4 weeks out, and then peak week, if you want to call it, shit happens and your physique does not look right and you don't end up peaking for the stage. And so Chris Psycho Lewis saying, I don't like to be friends with my athlete. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want him to get comfortable with me. But then I look at like Hani Rambod and how close he is with Hadi Choopan and Derek Lunsford and how close Hani was with Phil Heath. They're buddies. They're friends. They're family. Right? And when you're with family and with you, if you're a friend, you open up. You say, hey, coach, I don't feel good. I don't feel. Maybe if they're not talking, how do you know how he's truly feeling? Hey, man, I had a bad day in the gym. My sets were weak. I wasn't going to failure. Chris Psycho Lewis ain't going to know shit about Andrew and his training or how he's feeling. And I understand he's like, okay, well, it's a warrior mentality. I don't want to talk to him. I just want him to come in and train hard and that's it. And I don't think that you need that mentality. I don't think you need that type of a relationship where you don't talk to your athlete. Right? I'm a coach. I have guys that competed on stage and won championships, and I've made them and I've got them to that level. We're friends. We talk about everything. Everything. I'm like a therapist to these guys. So maybe that's the wrong approach. Leave a comment below, guys. Do you think that's the right approach, to not be friends with your athlete that you're coaching, that you're putting, that they're leaving you in their hands, to not be close with them, to only say 100 words to them over the past 2-3 years you've been working with them? That to me just seems bizarre. But that's me. Let me know. I'd like to know your opinion on that, on this whole situation with Chris Psycho Lewis. I'm not saying Chris Psycho Lewis isn't a good coach or a good trainer. He doesn't do nutrition in a sense. I think he's just more so training, obviously. But this whole dynamic, is Andrew Jacked on the right team? If Andrew was with, say, Hani Rambod or, man, Boss Up Outlaw, I would love to see what Boss Up Outlaw could do with bringing in Andrew Jack, like he's brought in William Bonac, peeled, right? Urs, Wesley, Nathan Diasha, and countless others. He's got the most pro wins, I think, out of any coach now. I would love to see what Boss of Outlaw could do to Andrew Jack, because, man, I'm not saying anything about Chris Aceto. I think he's a great guy. Nothing bad there. He's got a great track record. But there comes a point where, man, if you can't fucking nail it and get those hamstrings and glutes in from the back and be peeled, when you have the best people in your corner and you still can't do it, then, man, it is time to move on and upgrade to another team. That's my opinion. Do you think Andrew would do better with another team? With my suggestion is Stefan Boss of Outlaw. Hani Rambod's not going to take on Andrew Jack. He's busy. He's got all these top Mr. Olympia people on his team. Like, he doesn't have time, I'm sure, to take on Andrew. But that's my assessment. That's what I see. I see warning signs here. Once again, things seem off. And I really want to see Andrew Jacked make it to the Olympia. And obviously he's going to make it to the Olympia, guys. I mean, win the Mr. Olympia and be that multi-time Mr. Olympia, because he has the genetics and the potential to do that easily. He's been competing for 2 years, 3 years, and he's already at the Olympia, and now he's 5th place. And he hasn't been like, you know, he hasn't nailed his conditioning yet. That's why I say I think he can be multi-time Mr. Olympia. So guys, leave a comment below. Give me your opinion on this whole situation. I like to come on here and point out these things that other people may not be pointing out, because it needs to be. It needs to be out there. Right? This is what we do. This is our sport. This is what we have. So I want to talk about these things. I don't want to, hide them under the rug. So leave a comment, give me your opinion, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, guys. I will be doing the Texas Pro live stream tomorrow, and we're going to watch it together. So make sure you watch it with me, because you're going to see I'm very critical in a sense of, constructive criticism towards Andrew. I want to see the best of him. So come watch with me and see what I have to say when I see him on stage. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he looks insanely shredded on that stage and just blows everyone away with his 299 pounds of new muscle mass on that stage. And he goes into the Olympia with a massive amount of momentum. And he goes and wins it this year and beats Derek Lunsford, Hadi Choopan, Nick Walker, and Brandon Curry, and Samson Dauda. All right, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.